Nigeria's President Tinubu is going to be in Lagos to celebrate ECOWAS 50th anniversary Economic Community of West African States. You've also got the fact that it is Children's Day, and United Capital Asset Management, which of course is a leading asset management company and subsidiary of United Capital Group, has officially unveiled its latest offering, the Children Investment Fund. Now, the announcement was made in Lagos, making another milestone in the company's commitment to providing innovative financial solutions tailored to the needs of Nigerian investors. All right, correspondent Omobolanle Adesue has details.
Everyone we're looking at on the stage right now.
The Children Investment Fund is a Naira-denominated, open-ended mutual fund designed to help families plan and invest for significant milestones in their children's lives. The group CEO of United Capital Group described the fund as a vision for Nigerian families and the economy, offering a structured way to plan for children's education, health, and future ventures.
It has a diverse, point of reach. So, for Children Investment Fund, you could invest because of the education of your child. It could be for health. It could be for seed purposes. We have heard about, multi-millionaires globally today saying that their parents contributed as part of their seed fund for where they are today. What we are trying to do is to now create that investment culture from parents.
The purpose behind the fund is to help parents to be more intentional and to have a way to invest systematically for the financial needs of the children. Today we know that education is expensive. We know that healthcare is expensive. We know that the needs of children are expensive. Nowadays children want to finish school. Nobody wants to go and look for a job directly. They want to start a business, and they are relying on their parents to be able to provide at least that seed capital. They want to buy a car. They want you as a parent to contribute towards it. They want to do anything, and they want something from their parents. So this fund is a way for parents to plan ahead.
With this launch, United Capital Asset Management says it is promoting early financial literacy and laying the foundation for the next generation of Nigerian innovators and leaders. Omobolanle Adesue, Arise News, Lagos.
All right, we're happy to have Dr. Odiri Oginni, who is the MD and CEO of United Capital Asset Management. No relation. Yeah, good morning to you. We are not related. We have to put that out there. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations on launching this fund. For many of us who are not yet having children but are planning to and want to save for them, can you talk to us about what inspired you to put this together and walk us through the fund structure?
All right. Thank you very much for that question. Thank you for having me. So the United Capital Children Investment Fund is an open-ended mutual fund, and is a way for parents to be more intentional and systematically plan for the financial needs of their children. The truth is that we save for our children in one way or the other. We use different forms to save for our children. But what we've realized over the years is that because this is a long-term financial objective, it's important to have a fit-for-purpose platform, for parents to be able to do that. And it also helps parents to be more intentional in doing that. I was sharing a story yesterday. I recall in my early years working, when you pay up front in January, January you pay school fees, April you pay school fees. So I take those money that I put in the equities market. At that time, the market is booming. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you more than half of the time, when it's April time to pay school fees, and I go to collect that money, is half of it, or less than half of it. And we see a lot of parents to use different mediums. It could be equities market, it could be any product. By the time they now need that money, it's less than what they expect to get, simply because it's not a fit-for-purpose mechanism, for them to save towards particularly education, healthcare, and any other needs of their children. So the idea behind the Children Investment Fund is how do we help parents, to be more intentional about what they do, when it comes to the financial needs of their children. And the Children Investment Fund is an open-ended mutual fund that invests in 3 major asset classes. The equities market. Now, we know the equities has some level of risk, so there's a portion that is invested in the equities market to provide capital growth and capital appreciation, because this is a long-term financial objective. We also have investment in fixed income securities like government bonds to provide stability for the portfolio. The government securities or fixed income securities provide stable fixed return as well as coupon paid, twice in a year. So that in the portfolio creates stability. And then lastly, we have the money market instruments, to provide liquidity. Because it's an open-ended mutual fund, you come in and go out. We want a situation where whenever you need your money, you can access it. So the investment in equities provide the opportunity for the portfolio to be able to outperform inflation. The fixed income provides stability, and then the money market instrument provides liquidity for the fund. That way, you are more intentional and systematic in planning for the financial needs of your child.
As it should. As it should. Thank you for the breakdown. So what would, there's a lot of, investment funds geared at the little ones nowadays. What separates yours for the little ones from others?
First, this is not just a savings product.
Right.
It's an investment product. And it's an investment product that is invested in capital markets. A lot of the other products you see are more tinted towards savings products, fixed deposit or a fixed rate. But this is more tinted towards the capital market. And one of the things that the product intends to also drive is financial literacy for kids. How do we teach our children from an early years, to understand the capital market, to be able to take risk and to diversify the risk that they take? So it's not just a savings product, it's also an investment product. And to a large extent, we also encourage parents, when you're investing for your child with the Children Investment Fund, it's not just for you doing it. Yes, you're the one contributing, but your child also has to be brought along in that process. So that way they also understand what the product is about and how it can help them. So to a large extent, this is a mutual fund, a capital market product, the first in the market, and it's completely different from just a savings product.
All right, so you're standing out. So look, you guys at United Capital Asset Management Limited, you've got, I think, about 10 now of these mutual funds. So what drives the product development strategy, and how do you ensure that a new fund like this keeps your track record going?
All right, there are two things we focus on. Over the years, we've paid attention to asset classes. We've done money market fund, you're investing in money market. We've done equity funds, you're investing in the equities market. We've done fixed income, you're investing in fixed income. But now we realize that the market is changing. People have different financial needs. So our product development focus is now, how do we use the mutual fund structure to meet specific financial objectives that people are plagued with? So starting with the Children Investment Fund, you are meeting the financial needs of your child with this fund. The other financial needs that people want to meet, long-term retirement planning, can we create a fund that speaks to that? People are concerned with inflation, and the other mutual funds we have are more traditional asset classes. Can we look at more alternative asset classes for mutual funds? So that's the thinking behind, the way we look at product development. So we've shifted from asset classes now to specific financial objectives that people are looking to address. And then we're also looking at the future. Today, we're also talking about digital assets. Can we use a mutual funds to create a digital asset mutual funds? So the future is our focus. The financial objective of individuals is also our focus when you're looking at product development.
And that focus has yielded over ₦1 trillion in assets under management. I think that puts you as the second largest collective investment scheme fund manager in the country. What drives that as far as, keeping that going, and I guess maybe even making it maybe 2 trillion on the assets, assets under management? Well, what drives the growth?
All right, so I'll say two things. Number one, trust. We are part of a publicly listed financial services group. So what that means is that we are transparent. And transparency breeds trust. So people see your numbers, they see your activities, they see that you have a structure, a corporate governance structure. So it's easier for them to build trust in you. And when they build trust in a brand, they build trust in a product. So that will also drive, growth in asset under management. The second thing I'll talk about is really about our people. Yeah. I've been in United Capital PLC group for about 17 years plus.
Wow.
Yes, so that's commitment. We also have people who have been in the group for that long. With commitment, it's not just doing the work. We've seen it all. You've seen good seasons, bad seasons. You've navigated, market cycles and things like that. Yeah. And you bring that knowledge, to bear in what you do on a day-to-day. So for me, I would say commitment. People have commitment, and that also helps to drive the growth of the business and make it more sustainable. Okay, well,
17 years. You look like you just joined yesterday. Huh? You got a lot of youth going on. All right, look. For families who either have children now or are planning to have them, how can I get access to this fund?
All right, thank you for that.
I could be one of them.
And you have to.
Yes, I have to.
So the fund opens tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yes, May 28th. So for those who are not yet investing in any of our products, you can go to our investment platform, www.investnow.ng. You can also visit our website at unitedcapitalplcgroup.com. For those who are already existing investors, you have your relationship managers, you can always engage with them, for investment in this product. So a lot of information will go out across our social media platform from tomorrow on how people can access this fund.
Investnow.ng.
Yes, invest now.
That was clever. Your social media team and your digital team are sharp. They jumped on that.
Yeah.
Easy to remember. You also talked at the launch about financial inclusion and financial literacy. Oh, Dr. Odiri, the financial literacy parts, it's very crucial. Can you speak to how this fund addresses that?
All right, thank you for that. So the fund is a mutual fund. So what that means is that you have easy entry and easy exit. And then it's open to people across different income cadre, income level. For financial literacy, more importantly, also, I said earlier that, as parents, you are investing for your children, you're investing on behalf of your children, but it's also important for you to carry them along the process. In the last 2 years, we've held financial literacy session for kids specifically.
Okay.
Now, imagine teaching kids about investment in the capital market, and they have before them their investment statements, children investment fund with their name on top.
Yeah.
And you can explain to them how the product works.
Gives them ownership.
Yes, it gives them ownership.
Yeah.
Tomorrow now, you don't want them to start telling you, oh, daddy, where were you when your mates were investing for their children?
Yeah.
So basically, we want to also carry the children along, even as parents, and when we're investing for them. And also as asset manager, we want to be organizing a lot of those financial literacy sessions specifically for kids at a young age so that we can get them conversant with the concept of investing.
Fantastic stuff. Fund is launching tomorrow, www.investnow.ng. United Capital Asset Management Limited, over 1 trillion in assets. I love your name, by the way, since obviously. Dr. Odiri Oginni, MD CEO of the company, thank you so much for talking to us about it. And you timed it perfectly on Children's Day. So everybody, invest in your kids. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.